Hey guys, so what's up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. I have a Z15 blaring in my ear right now, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But I want to talk about my Innosilicon A10 Pro, and I want to show you guys my monthly profit that I've gained just mining Ethereum on this thing. And also I want to show you guys the disparity in terms of the payouts. That's because of the Ethereum blocks and the transaction fees. They differ all the time, and so the profitability is just all over the place. So I want to show you guys all that. But before we begin, I just want to mention thank you to Crypto Miner Bros for sending me the A10 Pro. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do these videos and show you guys exact profitability for an A10 Pro or a Z15, which I'll have another video down the road. Okay, so we'll see you guys in the computer, and I think I am deaf now. Alright, so let's get straight into it. I want to show you guys where I've been mining my A10 Pro to, and I've just been mining to ethermine.org. You guys can see my whole Ethereum address here if you'd like, and I'll show you the exact amount of Ethereum that I have so far, about 2.06 Ethereum, okay? So in the month where it's been mining to, I'll just show you exactly. So I'm not trying to lie to you guys. This is exactly what I've been mining for a month now. So I started on, let's see, August 13th, okay? August 13th. And now as of making this video, and the last payout that I got was on September 13th. Okay, so exactly a month. And yeah, we have 2.06 Ethereum, and the value right now is at $757.25. So, some people are probably wondering right now, Red Panda, you got it back a month ago from Crypto Miner Bros, and thank you so much, Crypto Miner Bros. And if any of you guys are into ASICs, feel free, go check out CryptoMinerBros.com. I really appreciate them. They are now a channel product sponsor of the Red Panda Mining channel, where they'll send me some ASICs, and I will do essentially a review on the ASICs that they send me. So thank you, Crypto Miner Bros. Thanks so much. Okay, so $757. You guys may be asking, Red Panda, are you possibly going to break even on this A10 Pro in the next, I don't know, half year, maybe a year? So that's a question that I'm going to basically go through in the rest of this video. I'm just going to present some facts and some information that will hopefully, guide you guys into, there's been some people wanting to buy the A10 Pro or, Ethereum ASICs versus buying GPU mining rigs. And, there are so many risks involved, and it's a gamble. All right. It's a gamble either way, and I'm going to go through all that. Okay, but first let me go back to the profitability here. And okay, so let me go back, let's see, let's go back to August 18th, because that's when I forgot to change the Ethereum payout to every 0.05. Ethermine only lets you pay out every 0.05 Ethereum. So that's what I did back in, let's see, August 18th. So you guys can see, in 24 hours back then, I mined about 0.06 Ethereum. And going along, you guys can see here, 28 hours later, it paid me out 0.05. You see the disparity there? And, going along, it's getting worse and worse and worse. Some days are getting better and better and better. And we obviously have to contribute that to the Ethereum blocks. The transaction fees that are happening on Ethereum is insane sometimes. DeFi and stable coins, what have you, are making the transaction fees quite high. Thus, you'll see sometimes some blocks are 5.5 that Ethermine just found, or Sparkpool 3.7. And I've seen blocks up to 20 Ethereum per block, I think a couple weeks ago. And, it sporadically changes every couple days or even a day. I'm actually not even sure. It happens all the time. So some days we'll see, 3 Ethereum, some days we'll see 10 Ethereum, some days we'll see 20 Ethereum. The block rewards have been changing for the past month. Okay. So that correlates. If you guys, you can freeze frame this if you want, but you can just check out my, the Ethereum that I've mined. So example, a really, really profitable couple days was at the end of August. Okay. So August 30th, after 24 hours, I got 0.06 Ethereum. The next day, August 31st, I got 0.07 Ethereum after 24 hours. September 1st, I got 0.1 Ethereum after 24 hours. Okay. So That is quite insane. And then you can see a couple days later, it started tapering off, getting lower and lower and lower. And then thus here we are. We're back at like 0.5 per 24 hours. Actually, as of making this video, it's been getting worse and worse and worse. So 0.5 Ethereum per 29 hours now, or 28 hours as of making this video. Okay, so there you go. You guys can see the disparity in the amount of Ethereum that this single A10 Pro that I am mining on right now. And I forgot to mention that I am on the balanced mode on this A10 Pro. I didn't do factory. I tried efficiency, but it didn't seem to work that well. I haven't tried performance because I don't want this A10 Pro to die. So I'm just keeping it at balance right now. And I believe the hash rate is settling between 470 to 500 mega hash every now and then. And if we actually go to my dashboard here on Ethermine, you guys can see like the average hash rate is about 450, 441. And yeah, I haven't been really following, my hash rate here, but it seems to be like it's averaging between 430 and 450, even though on the Innosilicon A10 dashboard here, it shows like 500 or something. I'm not sure what's up with that, but you guys can see the accepted shares, fan speed, uptime, all that stuff. Uptime I've had 4 days now, and I had to restart it. But yeah, generally it's been up 24 hours a day. So pretty good. Okay, so that's the, 24-hour profits. And you guys can see I've, mined about $757 worth if I were to sell today. But I'm not going to sell. I'm just going to keep it all here until I essentially theoretically, break even. As you guys know, Crypto Miner Bros sent this to me, so I didn't have to pay for it. But theoretically, all right, theoretically, at the time when I got it, it was worth about $3,500 USD on the A10 Pro. So my break even point right now, or ROI, some people say ROI, some people say break even. I say break even. You guys can see here, $757. That's within 1 month. Assuming the whole DeFi movement and, the Ethereum blocks go even higher, transaction fees are at high. Thus, us miners are going to get more of the rewards. Maybe I can break even on this sooner. So, my math is terrible, but let's say 5 or 6 months. If everything was to basically stay the same as the payouts that I've been getting, for the past month or so, then, 5 months, I could possibly break even on this. The electricity cost though, I have to minus that out. So I'm going to say like another 500, 600 bucks or something. So maybe realistically, 7, 8 months that I could essentially break even on this. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about for the profits and stuff. All right. So I want to talk about the Innosilicon A10 Pro itself now. Okay. So for people that are thinking of like buying it or, buying a GPU rig, there are, I would say, tons of people out there who are ASIC miners. And I've talked about this before that, ASIC mining, in my opinion, is 10 times bigger than GPU mining in terms of like, the business and, the amount of money, that's poured into mining Bitcoin and, other ASICs out there in the world. There's so much money involved. And I would say that there are a bunch of huge mining farms out there that have definitely invested in the Innosilicon A10 Pros. And no matter what your electrical cost is right now, even at like residential 10 cents kilowatt hour, you're still profitable on this thing. You guys can see here, A10 Pro, 500 mega hash, roughly about $14 a day after 10 cents kilowatt hour. Again, I'm not making anyone buy this, but I just want to stress some, some things and some risks that you guys have to be aware of. So it looks nice right now. The profitability looks nice right now, but we have to realize the DAG size of Ethereum is at about 3.82 at the moment. And this Innosilicon A10 that I have right now is only 5 gigabytes. And so, looking at when the 5 gigabyte DAG file will come to play, and actually What2Mine shows it right here. This miner has 5 gigabytes of memory and will be able to mine ETH or ETC until approximately May of 2022. Okay, so as of making this video, it's September 13th of 2020. Realistically, a good year and a half roughly that I could potentially break even on this thing. And whether or not I am going to break even on this thing, or people that have been buying the Innosilicon A10 Pros, are they going to break even within the next until the 5 gigabyte DAG comes into play? Okay, so that is a very huge thing that people should be aware of. And once it comes to 5 gigabytes, then the Innosilicon A10 Pro is essentially essentially a brick. Okay, it pretty much, you can't mine Ethereum, you can't mine Ethereum Classic anymore, but of course you can mine a bunch of other coins, Pearl, Elysium, but the DAG size of these also go up as well. And whether or not they're profitable or not, and yeah, it looks like they're kind of profitable right now, but whether or not they're going to be profitable after the 5 gigabyte DAG comes to play, then we'll see. As well as the whole DeFi movement. I talked about this before, but whether or not this is going to keep staying afloat and keeping the transaction fees high, keeping the block rewards high for us miners, and gives us more Ethereum right now, as of we've been seeing for the past couple months. And also the Ethereum price has been also gradually generally going up as well. Okay, so all of that stuff comes into play. You have to think about your risk into buying an A10 Pro or an ASIC in general. This actually you can put forth your your perspective against other ASIC miners as well. You have to take a look at the price of the coin, think if you're thinking it's going to go up. You also have to look at the the network difficulty and profitability, all that stuff, if it makes sense, if it makes sense at all. And actually, I forgot to mention the Innosilicon A10 Pro. I just looked on their website and they say here they have upgraded the memory to 6 gigabytes now. Okay, so I guess they have a new version. They said it's going to be starting shipping in November 15th. So hey, we look at the 6 gigabyte DAG, and that's going to come into the year 2024. So about 4 years from now, or 3.5 years as of making this video, that this is going to come. So I don't know. Are people going to buy this A10 Pro with 6 gigabytes of memory? And the price on their website says about 4,000 USD. So that's quite steep. And whether or not people are going to break even on their ASIC miners, that's why I'm doing this test. I'm showing you guys my exact, real profitability on this single A10 Pro 5 gigabyte model. Okay, now finally, I just want to end off buying GPUs instead of ASICs. And I'm a GPU miner at heart. I know a lot of people who watch me, you guys are all GPU miners, and I understand that GPU mining is awesome and I love it. I love it with a passion. And in my opinion, the biggest reason to, buy GPUs for mining is that the resale value for these cards have always been there. In my, experience and being in here now for the past 4 years, the Polaris cards, the RX 580s, 570s, those cards are still going up to like $200 USD till this day. And those are 4-year-old cards. And so now, comparing the A10 Pro, what's the price of this going to be in the next 2 to 3 years? Definitely not $4,000 or $3,000, depending of course the Ethereum hash rate, the Ethereum price of course, and the DAG size. You have to keep watch. So once it reaches the end of the 5 or 6 gigabytes, it's essentially a brick, and it probably won't be worth much buying a used an A10 Pro or any Ethereum ASIC for that matter. So realistically, there's a bunch of other things that you have to think of as well if you want to buy an ASIC miner or if you want to buy a mining rig. And there's pros and cons to everything. And as well, I forgot to mention, like the A10 Pro, it's definitely a lot more efficient than buying, how many of these 5700s you have to buy? Like maybe 10 of them. You are getting a little bit more power consumption on the 5700 rig. So I would say if you had 10 of the 5700s, which you can get like 550 mega hash or so, maybe a little bit more, but the power consumption would be about 14, 15, 1600 watts. But the A10 Pro at 500 mega hash is 800, 900 watts at the wall. Okay, so you're saving on electricity there, your power consumption, but then you're also losing out on the resale value. There's so many different variables. So as well, up and coming recently, if you're not thinking of buying the 5700s, Big Navi is coming, and I've talked about this before, and I'm not even sure what the hash rate's going to be. Nobody knows yet, but I'm speculating that it's going to be over 100, maybe below 100 mega hash, but I'm thinking it's going to be over 100 mega hash on the new Big Navi cards that people are talking about. They're claiming here that Big Navi RDNA 2 has 50% better performance per watt, and you look at the specs here, it has 80 CUs and 5120 shaders. Another thing is also it's GDDR6 with 12 gigabytes of memory. Memory bus is 384-bit and 672 gigabytes per second bandwidth. So this card might be a monster on mining Ethereum, and I think it will be obviously the new efficiency king. So comparing it to like the Radeon 7 or the 5700, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the whatever the name is called, 6900 XT, Big Navi, whatever it is, it's going to be pretty awesome for mining Ethereum. That's definitely something I think I would hope AMD is probably worked on or definitely tested on. So I guess we'll see once this card is coming out October 28th, which I believe it's confirmed, it says here. Anyways, my friends, that's all I want to talk about. Please let me know what you think. I think this is the longest video ever, but let me know your thoughts on an A10 Pro, or if you're buying GPUs for mining. I know some of you guys have bought the A10 Pro, so please let me know what you think. And thank you to Crypto Miner Bros yet again for sending me the A10 Pro. They're partnered with me, and if any of you are into ASIC mining, go check out Crypto Miner Bros. They're very trusted. They send me 2 of them already, and I've had a bunch of people in Discord already buy from them. And yeah, good stuff all around. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess in the 2-month or 3-month profitability. We'll see. Have a good one, my friends, and peace out.